Hey everyone, so I wanted to go and do this video because this weekly theme has to do with things that you do to cheer yourself up. Now, there are many times when I do try to cheer myself up, whether it has to do with I'm getting a little bit sad or I'm getting a little bit bored, and sometimes I just need something to, innovate me. And one of the top things, which this is something that a lot of people do, is listen to music. Now, I have a very specific playlist that I listen to that has a lot of different tracks and different things in general, and sometimes videos and things that have to do with things I'm interested in. And I guess you could say they all represent things in different areas. And some things I'm in the mood to listen to on some days, some things I'd rather listen to them another day. It happens to do with my mood. That's what it really has to do with. And and it's not just the music itself, because sometimes the music itself will just, really just get me, really in the mood, get me riled up a little bit, and sometimes, just keep me going, because sometimes I might have days where I have to do a lot of videos, and, usually just making videos itself is fun. It is, but sometimes, just the uploading and the getting the tags and the description, and sometimes I have to upload videos on Dailymotion, and I have to make sure to copy the link and put it in the description on the YouTube version, so if people want to watch on Dailymotion, they can have the link right there, and the tags itself, and just a lot of things, can be time consuming. So while I'm actually uploading videos, that's when I'm usually listening to music. Not all the time, but sometimes, especially if I'm going to do some more videos afterwards. And also, what I really try to look, towards or look for is things that, represent very specific sides of me, or things that I'm very interested in, because, sometimes, I get really bored, or there's just so many things going on in my life that, it's really hard to get in the mood to make videos, and sometimes, I usually don't have second thoughts, but sometimes, it becomes a little bit harder to justify keep making videos. So what I really try to look for is things that not only represent a certain side of me, but maybe have a message that they deliver every single time I watch them. Some videos, are those types of videos that remind me, yes, this is the reason I want to start this channel later down the line. This is the reason I started, the Jetix channel, my side channel, because, there's a lot of things you could do to really try to innovate yourself and keep on going, and get you motivated, but sometimes things just put you really down. And when, you have certain things that no matter how many times you watch or listen to them, they remind you as to why, you keep on doing what you're doing, then, sometimes they could just really get you in the mood, and sometimes it can make you tear up a little bit. And sometimes I look for simple things. Sometimes I'll just look at some of my work, sometimes I'll look at some of my own videos and look and see how far I've came. And sometimes there are certain videos that, really remind me, like, of some of the things that I had to overcome, some of the things I've learned, and maybe just show me how far I've really come as a person and a content creator. And, there's just a lot of things I really try to, look forward to that maybe have different meanings and, do different things to help me in various different ways, so that no matter what kind of sadness or depressed or how down I am, for whatever reason, there will be something for that to cheer myself back up, or get myself motivated, or just to remind me of, just the big question of why, or just something very specific, And, sometimes, it doesn't require very much. Sometimes it's as simple as when I see a comment on a very specific video or channel, sometimes it makes me smile, it makes me really happy overall, and it's not just music. Sometimes, like I said, there are videos that, just remind me ultimately why, I'm wanting to do this in the future, and sometimes remind me of, some of my, future plans, things I want to do later down the line when we get to, certain points, depending on which channel we're talking about and that kind of stuff. But, I really try to look at myself sometimes from an external source, from a second perspective. And the reason for is so then I can kind of, in a way, shape or form, is set up traps for myself. And what I mean by that is that, a simple example is, ask myself every single time I wake up every day, what is the first thing I do? If I need to remind myself to do something like a chore, or something around the house, or something else, like, oh, it's this person's birthday, then, like, okay, if I go to the refrigerator, then put a note on the door, so then when I open it up, or right before I do, I'll see that note right there. Try to look at those things so then you could entrap yourself, so then if you get stuck in some sort of a depression, or if you're just down, or you need something, then you'll know yourself enough to know what you're usually going to do when you're in that type of mood or situation. So then you could put things there that will help get you back up. And I think that really, really helps. And that's a very important part of it. Sometimes, it is very simple, but sometimes, you might have to go to, real extremes, and really have to think things over just to keep yourself from getting too down or getting to a certain point. And, it ends up being very, very well worth it in the long run, especially if it's something that, you could watch or do several times and it will work every single time, just like it did the first time. So I guess that's actually pretty much it. So I hope this really gives you guys a good idea as to, what I do to keep myself up and really keep myself motivated sometimes, and sometimes just to keep myself going throughout the day, and sometimes just to get myself in a better mood if I need it, or if I just need to cheer myself up, and if any of this helps you guys, then I really, really am happy to hear that. And also, if there's anything else that you guys do to cheer yourself up, I'd love to hear that in the comment section below, because, hey, we all have times when we need to cheer ourselves back up, or we just need something in particular to cheer us up. And if it helps you, then there's a good chance it might actually help me as well. And, since we all have those days, it's really, really great for us to actually try to help each other, because, nobody likes being down, so. But I really hope this video was in some way, shape, or form really, really useful to you guys. And if it was, then that's awesome to hear. And so, yeah. So thank you again, guys, for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.